There is not another player ever in the history of the game of basketball like this man, and I don't think that there ever will be. It's one of the most impactful players on the court, and stick around to find out why.
Yo, you know what time it is. Yo, this is Core Thoughts, and it's time to run it back. Yo, run that back.
What is good, everybody out there? Thanks again for checking into another episode of Core Thoughts, the channel where we basically talk basketball. On this episode of Run It Back, I gotta rewind the tape a little bit and give you a little bit of a side story. So the other day I was outside doing some gardening and I got a new neighbor. And the neighbor noticed that I got a basketball ring out the front, and he had a little chit chat. Hey, you play basketball? I said, yeah, I had a little chit chat. And he's like, you might know one of my friends. I was like, okay, who's your friend? He's got 5 NBA championships, is considered one of the greatest rebounders of all time.
Excuse me, what?
And I was like, bro, are you friends with Dennis Rodman? And he's like, yeah. We used to party together and all sorts of stuff.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Let's do it. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up the stage. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal.
We legit then had like a 20-minute conversation on the life and times of Dennis Rodman. And your boy knows a lot. When I was real young, I actually read his autobiography, which is called Bad As I Wanna Be. They actually made it into a movie and it's trash. The book is really good, but it actually talks a lot about his life and it brings a lot to the perspective of his mindset. But I'm not here to talk about his mindset so much, I'm here to talk about his influence on the game. Dennis Rodman is arguably one of the greatest rebounders. Goes without saying. I'm not going to argue, I'm not going to debate with anyone out there that's going to say that he's better. Don't believe me? Go and look at the stats. Don't have time for it. But I do believe that he is underappreciated for his level of being a student to the game. Now, the game has changed, and there really isn't any players that play the same way as Dennis Rodman. I mean, there's people who have little flashes and glimpses, but no one plays the same way that they do, where they fully sacrifice themselves to the level that he does. And, well, he was really abrasive, but he was really, really impactful. So once I came back inside, I was then thinking about, why haven't I done a Dennis Rodman Run It Back? So we're going to do a Dennis Rodman Run It Back. Now the video itself is from a new channel to us. It's called Dunkman827. So please make sure you jump over there, you give him a like and subscribe, give him some love. Now the video itself is called Dennis Rodman Top 10 Career Rebounds. Look, let's get in, let's check this video out, and let's see this man's level of expertise at rebounding. All right, guys, let's get into it. All right, guys, let's check out Dunkman827's video. Let's do it. Hey, that's a pretty dope intro, bro. With the 8 and the 2-7 in there, that was fire.
Harvey Grant from the corner, way off, air ball. And with that last rebound, Dennis Rodman has now pulled down 10,000 career rebounds. He needed 14 coming into this game.
He needed 14 coming into the game, so he got at least 14 rebounds. That's fire, bro.
Well, of course, no one has ever said that Dennis Rodman cannot rebound the basketball.
His whole heart out there, bro.
Fourth player in NBA history to reach the 10,000 rebound milestone. Karl Malone was the last to do it.
And Charles Barkley.
Damn, bro.
Rebound hog. Well, you can say what you want about him. He is a great player in his own special area of rebounding and defense.
On the 24, and Kerr fires for 3. Rodman with the offensive rebound.
Good recovery.
Ties an NBA Finals record. 11 on the offensive glass for Rodman, and that was the big one.
Not necessarily like a big rebound in the way of like he wasn't fighting out for it, but he got into the right position. Damn, man. The hustle. Look at that hustle, bro.
Half court, the crowd loves it. Heard Dennis, he went way out to get that rebound, and then they went.
He's going, bro.
Michael just turns around, and Wesley gets.
That's why people wanted him on their team.
Best rebounder ever.
He's digging. The tap technique, bro.
That's what I used to call him in Detroit. He truly was
Oof.
a big man.
Just diving, bro.
36 years old, leading the league in rebounding. The only two people to ever do that is Bill
Really
Russell
good with that tap.
and Wilt Chamberlain.
With the Demolition Man haircut.
And you want that, but Harper at 6'6" against Cassell at 6'3", and Rodman with great hustle. Crowd loves it. Pippen with a left.
Volleyball at its best. Rodman tip till he finally runs it. He gets a deflection here, tips it up again.
He was just literally using the tip as a way to control the ball
And makes a great pass.
and get it out of the possession.
There's Dennis again. He doesn't even have to score a basket to turn a game
Back in the bad boy Pistons days, baby.
Pulls it down on the floor. The hook stripped by Henderson. Off the Barkley. Charles Barkley with the drive against the triple.
Ooh. He got the rebound and the turnaround, and then he went and blocked it with the chase back. Oof.
Back. Finds J.R. Reed.
He got a rebound on his back? I don't think I've ever seen that video before. That's wild, bro.
Davis pulls it off. Rodman's tap that didn't go is rebound number 34 and is the all-time Pistons single-game rebounder. He has just broken Bob Lanier's record. The sign on the board says Dennis Rodman has just set a new Piston record for rebounds in a single game. Worm looked up and read it, and the emotional guy that he is, brought tears to his eyes. You got to be happy for the hardest player in the NBA.
Legit.
Rodman, the new single game.
Hey, fire video, Dunk Man. Thank you so much. Now, I'm not going to spend a tremendous amount of time talking about the highlights from the rebounds. I am going to spend a lot more time talking about his other influences of the game. Dennis Rodman, the Worm. I was such a fan of him when I was a kid. He actually came out to Australia for some wrestling thing where he was like a wrestler, and I still went and watched it. Bro, hey, I liked wrestling when I was a kid, like most of us, and had the Worm, bro. Why wouldn't I go and see this man?
I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for all you've done to your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it.
First thing I'm going to talk about was his level of preparation. If you watch the Jordan doco, The Last Dance, or the Chicago Bulls doco, really, they talk about his level of understanding to the rotating and the bouncing of the ball off the rim, which is mind-boggling, like fully blows my mind. He also had fantastic positioning, but his level of attention to detail allowed him to really do his research and dive deep into where he needed to be, why he needed to be there, the trajectory of the ball, and really master his position. That level of like inception level mind, like understanding of your task, is infectious to the degree when you think about players like Kobe Bryant having this laser-like focus and focusing on this one thing and just doing it thousands of times. You know, we talk about Kobe's mentality. You got to mention players like Dennis Rodman like that. Now, the guy obviously used to get burnt out a lot and would recognize that he needed to get some time away, you know, need a little bit of a party time, whether he was, you know, going to Vegas with Carmen Electra or, I don't know, riding Harleys, getting drunk, doing what he does. But the man gave his all. He wasn't able to get 34 rebounds, 28 rebounds in a game if he didn't hustle his ass off. Yeah, he was an odd bird, but that doesn't take away from his effectiveness from the game. Now, the other thing that I think that he impacted the game in a positive way was the fact that he was unapologetically himself. So many people out there, outside of sport, like just in life in general, are always trying to appease others by, doing what other people want them to, and they're not true to themselves. And the same can be said about the way that people play basketball. They try to play a specific way instead of recognizing what their strengths are. They don't play to their strengths. They don't recognize their play style. You shouldn't shy away from what you're good at. You most definitely should address and attack your weaknesses by trying to make them minimal and get better at the things that you're weaker at. But you shouldn't be ashamed of the fact that you're a rebounder. I mentioned this in the Patrick Beverley reaction, that rebounds and things that lead to possessions equal more opportunities. More possessions create more opportunities. The reason why players like Jordan and Pippen wanted to have him on their team, well, more so Jordan than Pippen, I believe, wanted to have him on their team was because they could get more possessions, and he didn't want to score. He literally just wanted to go after the ball. So play to your strengths, recognize your strengths, and be unapologetically you. The other thing was the mind games, bro. The mind games. There's so many videos of him talking shit to people, which I love, but the videos of him like staring off at dudes like Frank Brakowski, where he's just like mean mugging him while they're at the free throw line, is straight up thuggish. I love it. But just doing that, like influencing the game in the ways that you can. That's what I love. I think that if it wasn't for players like Dennis Rodman, and it wasn't for players like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, all these household names that even people who don't watch basketball know them, the game wouldn't be as big as what it is. Say what you say, but listen, the man was highly impactful, and that's the reason why I think he influenced the game in other ways. It wasn't necessarily just in the way that he played, it's the way he approached the game. Now, if you disagree, jump in the comments and let me know who you think had more of an influence on the game. And also, jump in the comments and let me know if there's a player I need to run it back on. I've been doing a little bit less of these run it back episodes, so I'm keen to know if there's a player that you think I should react to. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for kicking it with your boy. If you're new to the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm currently pushing to reach my first 1,000 subs, and I can do with all the love and help I can get. Thank you all for kicking it with your boy, and until next time, take care of yourselves, be safe. All right, peace.